first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
It's a pickup of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. This is Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Henry. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Chargers.
Now Eckler pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game. It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Henry on the carry.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Second down at 7. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Uncorks one for Davis. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Austin Eckler.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Titans nothing.
On second down, Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Mike Williams.
That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And the Chargers first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 64 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A throw out wide by Kaepernick is caught. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up third down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to third down and making a play there.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll look downfield for Humphreys. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The Chargers.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
No signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. He's got a man. It's Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Is good. Makes the score Chargers 21, Titans nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Looking here for Smith down. And got his man complete. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Kaepernick. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Kaepernick to throw again. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 27-yard line.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taken in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch twins. Watch twins. 18 Cardinals.
It's Eckler again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Humphries, 54 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They started on the ground with Eckler.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
The tackle by
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Herbert now. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 69 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
Hey, 91, 91.
They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Chance. Hey, Sunday.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. He finds Humphreys. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
40-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run with Henry, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, They're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 17 yards out. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Gostkowski for the point after.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Titans, 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On first down, Justin Herbert. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The tackle made by...
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Once more, here's Eckler. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
That's the end of the third quarter.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it with Eckler. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again to Henry, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Titans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going, and they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Here is Eckler. And he's got room. Past the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler saving his best for the playoff game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. For a 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 14. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. The point after try for Gostkowski. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Good. Makes the score Chargers 35, Titans 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right around the midfield stripe. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Joey Bosa so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, it went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now this time Kaepernick will throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, keep it up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Now Kaepernick again. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here's third and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot to the top of the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. I ain't here like
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Push him back. Push him back.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Today's final
Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.